Hello, 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 and welcome to our Sunday afternoon planning session. How y'all doing? Let's see, I saw Phyllis. Happy Sunday, looking forward to planning. Awesome. Hello, hello, Mary. Sorry I couldn't make it yesterday. My afternoon got hectic after Jenna's stream. You know what? We have back to back. It's there's no possible way to do them all. None. It's just you need a break somewhere in there, right? Life has to happen. Let's see. RC, how's it going? I am here. I love it. Okay, guys, we're doing this in our slightly different time slot. I was trying to stagger against all the virtual writing retreat stuff. There was no possible way to get this 100% right, so we'll just work with what we got, right, guys? So how's your week been going? I guess we'll start with our regular question before we actually dive in and look at what we planned to do last week. How do you think last week went? Or this week? Actually, we're still in. I'm going to call it this week. How do you think it's gone for you so far? Hey, Rita, welcome. How do you feel like, did you accomplish everything that you wanted to accomplish? Did you lose track in places where you found yourself going back into old habits and doing the things that don't matter, making all those little emergency things priority, even if they weren't truly emergencies? Let us know. And I know that I am we had an interesting week, so I have not done as much as I want to do. I know that. But things did come up that we had to deal with, and they got dealt with. I'm anticipating that next week I'm going to lose at least a couple days doing the COVID booster shot. Usually you lose it at least one day of feeling just kind of a bit icky, but if it saves you from hitting a hospital room, that's good. Okay, guys. How did you do, Rita? Mary, how did you guys go? How did the week go for you? Elaine will hopefully Elaine will slip in a moment. I know we're a tad early for her time, but I was trying to make it so that we could get as many, allow writing and planning to occur. Let's see, Phyllis, I had a great week, very productive. I actually started working on a project that I've been putting off. Last week's planning session helped me a lot. Excellent, love that. Yeah, I need to, you know the advice I give you guys, leave your planner open? I gotta start doing that. At least leave the daily page open, I think. Or maybe the weekly master, I'm not sure which one I want to leave open. I want to leave something open that makes it so that I'm not having to think about opening it. And I'm thinking of creating some kind of put some tabs in just to make it easier to find the specific pages I'm looking for. Actually, while I'm saying that, I'm going to do that in a second because they are right beside me. There. We have tabs. We're going to start using them. Let's see. Rita, busy being social due to library events. I hope they went well for you. Even saw the doctor about my shoulder and got x-ray, ultrasound next week. Awesome. Hayden, how's it going? Hello, everyone. How are y'all? I hope we are, well, I'm fine. How's everyone else doing? How can we not be fine? We are doing our virtual writing retreat this weekend, and it has been amazing. So, you know, there's that. Yes, it's good to prepare some downtime for recovery for the new COVID booster. Symptoms for a week after getting it. Oh no! I'm glad I didn't get the flu shot at the same time. Yes, that was recommended. We're like, bad idea. Most of my week was fantastic. I had a major epiphany. Oh, I love that. Let's see if it's getting the flu shot next week. Yeah, we're gonna stagger too. One at a time. Let's see, Elizabeth, my day isn't going as well. I am having stomach pain and I don't know why. Did you eat something different? Have you added something to your diet that you would not normally consume? or changed brands. That can also do it to you. Rita, the writing retreat has been so amazing in so many sprints. I know, right? Okay, guys. We are going to try to keep this to our hour today. That way we don't infringe too much on Jenna's live. And that way if she can join us, she gets the chance to as well. Let's see. So we're going to dive into our weekly review. So we're going to note our successes, our challenges, our biggest distractions. Life was my biggest distraction this week. Best fixes, but I shouldn't say that because I still got some writing in. I just did it later in the day. And what needs to be carried forward. Hayden, I'm doing all right. Enjoyed church this morning, and now I'm getting back to October work. Nice. Okay, so we're just open your planner to wherever or notebook, wherever you're putting your weekly pre-plan. And let's go through and do our check marks, our stars, our arrows to point to the carrying forward, whatever it is that you feel like you need on the page to give you direction as we move into the next stage. Let's see, Elizabeth, I've had a bowel issue for some time. I had a bit of a stomach pain before, but now this stomach pain is a bit worse. Not good. Hey, Jenna, ready to go. Awesome. Okay, we're going to dive in with our first 2-minute timer of the weekly review. Let's get through and place all of our, like I said, stars, check marks, whatever it is you're using, red pen, whatever you're going to use on your weekly pre-plan to see what you really did. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer and go. Weekly planning, or weekly review, I should say. Okay, how did you guys? How did you do? Let's see. Let's see, Phyllis. Yes, Jenna, I am ready to go as well. Love it. Elizabeth, my week went great since I have several chapters organized and many chapters copied and pasted from draft 1 to draft 2. I'm glad that we're doing this early in the day because there's many things that I would like the opportunity to get through today and try to make up. I will not get to all of them, but I can tell which ones I really want to make a priority. I also had to do a little bit of replotting, so on the writing one, it's not as much as I would have liked, but what I had to replot, I think, will begin the story better and get the and create more situations for the characters to get into. Jenna, lots of big goals. One, however, twice as many fixes, still progress. It is, and that is awesome, and we're going to congratulate you. Let's see. Alyssa, speaking of food, I did eat a couple stuffed averages my grandmother made for lunch, and I had deli ham and I had cheese. Maybe this could have to do with it, but I don't think so. Could be lactose. Lactose is not, even my youngest lactose is starting to be a problem for her. So, many people think you have to get to a certain age, but no, a lot of our foods are, these days. Elizabeth, I have been eating a lot of fiber lately, so maybe that's doing. Try to eliminate. I guess some of it you've just eaten because it was leftovers, right? Yes, I ate those, yeah. Phyllis, home, still working on getting settled into the new place. I was able to organize some items I need to recycle and donate. Planning to do that later today. Writing updated Kanban, nano planning, sweet. Let's see, Rita, both library programs are successful. Was successful, sorry. 10 for each, and the kids can't wait for next rock lesson. And I intend to make rock candy. Oh, you are awesome. I revised 2 chapters and wrote 1 new one. Awesome. Phyllis, overall good week. Rita, I'm happy I finally getting my shoulder looked at, and no one should stand on it. Yikes. Yeah, I got a bad shoulder. I know what you mean. Touchy gets like, no, we're not doing that. Alright guys, we are going to move into Elaine's favorite. Avoiding what, why, does it still matter? Make it priority number 1 and free yourself of it. What have you guys been putting off that you know you need to get done? Is it still important? Do you still need to do it? Or is it just one of those things you feel like you should be doing? Let's do a 2-minute timer and let's figure out what on our list is the thing that we've been avoiding. I know what mine is. Okay guys, 2-minute timer, avoiding. I wrote it. Elizabeth, I have a headache and lightheadedness from my stomach pain, so I think I'm going to be more cautious with what I eat for the next few days. Or you could have found yourself a flu. Lots of rest, if that's the case. Phyllis, Rita, glad you had a good week. Thanks, Phyllis. Back from Rita. I probably should schedule a couple doctor's appointments. Good idea. For Elizabeth Mary Rose, hi, happy planning for this week. Definitely glad you could join us. Elizabeth, I'll need to do laundry that I've procrastinated on. I have not been. I've been better, but I'm still not where I want to be on that one. Phyllis, avoiding home fixing, unpacking some boxes, recycling and donating items. Doing that today. Check. Writing, uploading my writing in First Draft Pro. How are you liking that? Created a Kanban task with a date. Ooh, I like that. I love how specific yours always are. Read it, laundry here too, but we need to get the water pump fixed. So I can only do laundry when hubby isn't home too late at night. But I got a load done yesterday. Sweet. I need to start outlining my nano project and put Nexus away for this week. Interesting. Okay, guys. What is our next panel? Long range. We are at, what are we entering? Week 3 of Q4. So anything you knew that you're still pulling in from that, any prep or research that you want to do for Q1 or Q2 for that matter, anything you need to remove or delay, something you've realized just isn't going to happen, maybe you need someone else working with you on that and they're not ready, any new opportunities have come up, and how do they impact your future plans? Hayden, I am avoiding college homework. Next assignment is due tomorrow morning, but the day is not yet old. Yes, that is the idea, that we do this a little earlier so we still have a day to actually get these things done when we realize, I haven't done that yet, and that has a deadline. We're trying not to do that, but face it, we're still human. It's gonna happen, right? So if I am still having this pain later this week, I will schedule a doctor's appointment. Yes, I plan to not do any writing the few days before NaNoWriMo. That's an interesting strategy. Why? Explain. Is it too... Are you afraid of burnout with the 100K, or you just want the break before diving in? What are you thinking? Okay, guys, we're gonna get our 2-minute timer up and get some of those long-range plans pulled in, and start making progress on the bigger things that matter to us. And go. Okay, let's see. What did you guys come up with here? Elizabeth, I want to write 100K words and I want to have a few days of break since I have been more stressed lately. I want to give myself as good of a chance as possible of completing my double nano without burning out and or making myself sick from stress. Definitely a good plan. I love that. Jenna, a relaunch schedule for books 1 through 5 to plan for next year. Kickstarter included with new book covers being made. I need to make the time to play with the graphics and so on and to fight video tech gremlins. I wish I could just sprinkle magic around and have all your tech problems cooperate and stop for you. Crazy. I know the feeling though. I know the feeling. And sometimes it's the silliest little thing. For me, it's often OBS doing something. They change something and then it's not even that I've changed anything physically on mine, but it will mess with my settings and then things don't work and I'm like, what's going on? And it's defaulted to the other microphone or something silly like that. And it's like, stop it. Rita nano stuff, and I like the 2-day break from writing, catch up on TV series. Don't panic about not writing 50K in November. Focus on 1,500 a day. There's only 2 days. I know I won't be writing. Perfect. Yes. Yeah. And that's the thing with nano. Like I said, for me, I like to do the reverse nano where you write a lot at the beginning and less because the month tends to get busier for us with other things. So I like to get as much up front as I can. And then it gives me that buffer. But it's not for everyone because face it, because I want to do 100K as well. Elizabeth has inspired me, but that means instead of the first days being like, I think the first time is like 3,500 words or something like that. Might be higher. I can't remember exact numbers. I gotta double that. And I'm like, oh, that's scary. But the truth is at the beginning, you have the story there to tell and it's usually easier. Let's see, Elizabeth, I want to get my LLC either in Q1 or Q2. And you already started to research that. Mary Rose, long range plan, observe when I overthink too much and let some of that go. You and me both, yes. Elizabeth, I plan to look at apartments in Q1 and in Q2 start living alone. Nice. Rita, Mary, I like that. I try not to overthink. For me, worry too. Yes. I call that mom mode. It's crazy. Elizabeth, I think this headache is going into a migraine. Oh no! Sending you virtual hugs. Oh. Turn lights off, get in a dark room. That's usually what works for me. The less stress my eyes are feeling, usually the more I can conquer it. Tech issues, the issues of modern humans. Interesting. Mary Rose, yes, Rita, let some of the not mine do a lot more of the heavy lifting. Perfect, yes, let's just let it go. Definitely. Okay, guys, let's dive into our projects. Active, current, and new. Your next step, natural steps to what you've already been working on, or tasks. Your good, better, best goals. Your measured increments. Problems, delays that have come up. Like I ran into the problem that the story wasn't moving forward and the motivation was close, but not quite, and enough that it was kind of bugging me and I wasn't kind of moving forward as much as I wanted. And so that delayed me by a day, but I didn't waste it. I didn't go off and I used our sprints. I used my note cards and I just worked through and asked myself questions to build it back up and stepped back and got out of my head as well by using the simpler 5-point plan that I put up on Instagram there. Just because I felt like I was overthinking, getting too deep into it when I wasn't even ready on some of the more base things. Deadlines you have coming up, and are they serving your bigger goals? Phyllis, overall revising and updating my Q4 plans from last week, writing, focus and be ready for NaNoWriMo, just updated my Kanban. I'm going to use the time to upload organized manuscript in the tool. Sweet. Okay guys, 2-minute timer. Let's populate our weekly plan with our projects. and go. Okay, let's see. Where did we finish off? Elizabeth, my biggest issue at the moment is that I'm not feeling great in regards to this book series. I plan to do what I can with draft 2 of book 1 before Nano, and then get a lot done during Nano. Perfect. Ninja, hi, I was out earlier and just got here. Well, welcome. The way we structure this, you can definitely dive in at any point and then just go back and fill in the other parts. We try to do it in each category. So far we've covered the weekly review, and what needs to be carried forward, what we've been avoiding, the long range goals, and we're on the projects right now. So you can go back and add that in there, and we'll just keep going forward. Let's see, Phyllis, great question about our projects serving our bigger goals. I let a woman in tech group met. I think it's supposed to be. Not sure if I'm going to continue with it in 2023. I need to focus more on my writing. Oh, interesting. Yes. Women in tech group. Interesting. How long you've been doing it? Maybe it is time for a change. Is there someone else that can take it on maybe for you? Let's see. Rita, nothing has changed for me. I would like to be able to get 3 chapters revised, Nano novel, outline, and make notes to move forward. Rest when needed. Library related stuff like a meeting. Perfect. Jenna, I have to finish Preptober tasks area. Otherwise, I need to refill the well after finishing 1 book this month instead of plowing onward into another partially done work in progress between now and starting Nano. Yeah, and it's so tempting, isn't it, right? But congrats on finishing your 0 draft. That is amazing. Okay, guys, we are going to dive into our little one that makes life work. Smaller tasks, chores, errands, meal planning, and min tasks, banking, bill due dates, self-care, sprints you want to attend, And can you batch together shorter tasks to make them easier to schedule? Let's see, Mary, my biggest project is going to be the overhaul of my series. I'm going to be reformatting it and possibly adding some POV characters. Ooh, that sounds exciting. And your time frame for this, is this more the Q1 or is this one you're sort of starting to work into? Okay guys, let's populate our weekly plan with all those smaller tasks that make life possible and make it so that we can sit down and do our writing and have food in the house and bills paid, electricity, all those good things. Okay guys, 2-minute timer, let's populate. Okay, how did you guys do? I feel like I want to make myself like a sticker that I can literally slap in here with some of this stuff. That way it's just easier for me to just, because there's certain ones I put in all the time and then I could just mod the dates or something beside them. Let's see. Mary, I'm starting to work into it. Perfect. Elizabeth, for self-care, I plan to rest and take an Epsom salt bath. I can't be super productive when I feel ill like I do now. Take it easy. Take care of yourself, right, hon? Let's see. Phyllis, questions. You've given me some things to consider. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Elizabeth, I am praying that my stomach pain isn't so bad, even though I can feel it getting worse. Oh, no. Do you have any Tums or anything in the house? Maybe something that would, maybe it could just be acid, possibly, in your stomach that's making you feel really off. Or if you have anything bubbly, ginger ale or something, try some of that. Let's see. Mary, I actually need to get a bunch of cleaning done today. Self-care for me will involve journaling. Oh, I like that. Nice strategy. Rita, we are going to town on Tuesday. Lots of errands, meds, groceries, pet food, Amazon gift cards so I can get my notebook supplies. Finally, and maybe even find some washi tape, first timer, the daily stuff. Oh, nice. Slippery slope on the washi tape. You think I'm gonna buy a little? My obsession is not quite as bad as Sarah's, but it's not good either. Confession. So if I need to do laundry, that is something I can do even though I'm sick. I'll do it later or tomorrow. Perfect. Jenna, keto for the holiday months is on the dinner menu. We're also looking at talking to a mortgage officer to get back to house hunting. Ooh, nice. I love that. Congrats. Elizabeth, I don't have Tums. I don't have ginger ale either. Anything bubbly, not too sugary if it's possible. Tends to make you feel weirder. Let's see. Sarah's fault flies. So true. Was I buying washi before her? No, it's Sarah's fault. Pardon me. Let's see. Because I had a mental health day off last week, very needed. Getting flu shot next week and car serviced. Beautiful. Okay, guys, we're going to go into our Google calendars, our physical monthly calendar, whatever it is that you use to get all those important dates down. We're going to look at the next 2 weeks. I'm going to suggest, because we're almost in November, maybe slide a little bit, 2.5, sort of look a little bit into the next as well, so you're not missing anything at the very beginning there of November. Events, birthdays, appointments, commitments, deadlines, and note any travel time and if action prep is needed. And also, guys, default for Google Calendar is 10 minutes before heads up before anything you schedule. Change that. 10 minutes will not serve you well. Crazy. Let's see, Elizabeth, I have oatmeal. That might work. Ninja, my little kitten data says hi. Aw. Elizabeth, I plan to make oatmeal. Perfect. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer. Let's whip out those calendars and see what is awaiting us for the next 2.5 weeks. And go. Oop, wrong button. There we go. Stop correct. Okay, let's see. So how did you guys come up with? I threw my Halloween prep in there because I realized that there are certain things I like to have out. I am a huge fan of Halloween. We won't discuss how much stuff I own. I want to get it out, get it organized, get it displayed. I've already bought new pieces for this year. One of these lives I'm going to do without the screen, and that way you guys can see. I like have a big cabinet behind me all done up with all my goodies or something. I don't know. I had to figure something out. Let's see. I am... The one thing I think I need to start adding, and something I may suggest to you guys, is estimated amount of time something will need, either per day or per week, to allow yourself to, because some of these things, sometimes I'm doing something and I'm thinking it's going to be a super fast task, and it is not. So be realistic with your planning, that you're actually putting in the amount of time you think something's going to take. Yes, it's a half-hour drive at midnight when there's no other cars on the road. If you're doing this at 10 a.m., it's not going to be a half-hour drive, right, guys? So things like that, just kind of think about how long it's really going to take you to do something. Let's see, read a ultrasound appointment, doctor appointment, and blood test for both hubby and me. At least we got synced up with our every 3 months. Sweet. Library meeting and program, sprints too. Beautiful. Phyllis, what time is revised with me next week? What time? Oh, the plan with me next week? We should be able to go back to our 3 p.m. Eastern. I don't see anything on the calendar that would conflict with that. I staggered today because I wanted to make it so Jenna could join us, knowing that she would be on at 3 p.m. So I wanted her to be able to at least join us for a little bit of our planning session, because I know that she gets a lot of it. We get a lot of from being the community that we are, and we are. I think that we are getting more done because we are accountable to each other, and I don't want anyone to miss that who actually participates and enjoys. So we should be able to go back to 3 p.m. I cannot see any conflict that would stand in our way of that. Let's see. I will quickly verify. Let's see. Yeah, it should be. I don't see any reason. That looks absolutely fine. Unless something happens and I'm sick or something and then I have to move it around. Hopefully the booster is kind to me and I get a day or two of being down, and then I'm back right up going and doing all the things I need to do. But that's why I booked it for tomorrow. That we have time. Let's see. Plan with Lisa, or I have revision brain. That's okay. Phyllis, thanks for reminding us about travel time. I am planning to attend something that I have been doing virtually. I'm going to schedule an hour and a half for travel. Beautiful, love that. Jenna, and this is why I adore this community. You're also thoughtful. Oh, thank you, Jenna. And we love you, you know that. Okay, guys, let's dive into our next panel. What do you need to get ahead of? What do you want to create a buffer for? Nano's coming, so if you can create a buffer on some of your food prep, make some frozen meals. I'm looking at trying to find some recipes that will be quick and easy that I can maybe start pre-prepping. Maybe the marinade part, and just put all the meat and veggies and everything together in the marinade, ready to go, and then it just gets cooked. Or things that will be, freeze well, I can do big batches of. So I cook one day, sure, okay, but the next 2 days we just eat leftovers or something. Trying to think in terms of those kind of things. So getting ahead can be simply, what piece of it do you want to get ahead? So anything for vacations that might be coming up, conferences that you might want to attend. Everybody believes when they go to a writer's conference they're going to write. You will not. You will socialize. You will go to lectures. You will enjoy yourself immensely, but very unlikely you're going to actually sit down and write. So think about all the things. Self-care breaks. I love that Phyllis is putting them right in there, and they're organized for her, and she has that buffer in there for her. Mental health days, same thing. Build them right in there, guys. That way, when you need it, it's there, and you don't have to feel bad. And how does this serve you? Let's see, I plan to create a buffer for my symptoms since I'm sick. I hope I'm feeling better tomorrow. I hope so too. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer. Let's take a look at what we want to get ahead of, which parts and pieces we want to get ahead of. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be one specific project or anything like that. It can be smaller parts of the process. Okay, guys, I can go. Okay, let's see. Where did we leave off? Elizabeth, I may have a mental health day tomorrow if I'm sick, and then I can do some reading. I love that. Sort of refill the well while you're not feeling good, right? Jenna, my husband, Nano is coming. In other words, winter is coming. Therefore, I took the hint to plan and budget mental health days in the coming month. Yes, definitely. Yeah, flu and cold season, guys. It's coming, unfortunately. Yeah, make sure you have those extra days. The ones in the summer, you might not need as many. Winter, more likely, more indoor things, right? Let's see, Rita, healthy snacks for Nana, plan crock pot meals. Oh, sweet, perfect. I think we're going to harness our Instant Pot and make some big batch meals that are easy to freeze. Let's see, birthday plans for my son and his wife for their 25th birthday next month. Oh, sweet. It will be a big family event. I love that. That is awesome. Yeah, I need to get my Preptober, Sarah's Preptober handout printed. That would be a big help. I need to get that done. I need to get this book wrapped up, which I think is still possible. Just gonna have to get button chair. And then I need to start making my loose outline for book 2. That way, even if it isn't perfect, I have something to navigate through. Let's see, Elizabeth, I don't have fever, but I do have chills. Oh no. You have yourself a flu, darling. That's not good. Get some hot tea, cuddle up in a blankie, and take it easy. Take it easy, hun. Elizabeth, I also plan to complete chapter organization later for this week. Perfect. Okay, guys. Now we're going to do that fun thing. Reality check. Can you successfully manage to do everything you've chosen to, with the time you have this week? Next week, I should say, given where we are. Next week, what should you delay? What should you maybe take down into smaller pieces so you can have a part 1, a part 2, and a part 3? Because maybe possibly you may not be able to do it all, but you can work on part 1 and maybe a little bit of part 2, right? Protect yourself from burnout, guys. 2-minute timer and go. Well, at least I'm not coughing. That's good. I can successfully manage to do what I plan to do. Beautiful. Jenna, all I have to say is over planners unite. You, me both, then. Phyllis, I just had a reality check. I am trying to do too much next week. I'm going to delay a few tasks until the following week, such a good reminder. Thanks. You are so welcome. So thankful we still have 2 weeks before NaNoWriMo starts. I know, and it's counting down. I'm so excited. Yes, guys. And like I said, you don't always have to take everything off, but you can take a smaller piece of the pie and then work on that. So you don't always have to give up something if you really do want to make time for it. Just take a smaller piece of it. Be kind to yourselves. You can always end up doing more, right? Rita, I feel as if I can accomplish what I have planned, but I also need to remember to take a break from the computer and writing. Reading and TV time is fine. Rest and self-care. So true. Mary Rose, slow down more. Give myself more time to accomplish things. Phyllis, good point, Rita. I have scheduled some time for self-care as well. Yes, always schedule your self-care, guys. At least some of it. Maybe not all of it, but some of it. Let some maybe be spontaneous. Let's see, Elizabeth, I may take it out. But yes, it sounds like you need to, your body is telling you it needs time to repair. Okay, guys. We are going into our final steps, and we stayed under the hour for Jenna. Thank you. I'm so good. So good. I'm so worried. Mary to Elizabeth, are you hydrating, drinking enough good water like spring water? Oh, interesting. Rita, I don't normally schedule a self-care break. I leave space around the sprints I want to take part in. Beautiful. But do a little bit of it. Elizabeth, I did drink some water today. Perfect. So your next steps are to populate your planner. Create your master plan or ideal week. It does not need to be perfect, guys. Just try to figure out where things kind of fit. Whether you want to basically have them in the morning, the afternoon, or the night. If you put them on Wednesday and they end up being something that's better suited to Tuesday, well, then you do that, right? Schedule your self-care, like I said, at least some of it. Create Monday's daily plans so you can start tomorrow ready to go. And create your successes, because you guys are all amazing, and I love how much progress you guys have made. I can't believe how much we've grown we've been doing this for like 2 months, and I think we've all gotten so much more done of what matters to us versus all the chaos of life that we were letting just derail us over and over. Follow the plan and build your dreams, as always. Let's see. Mary Rose, thank you, always a pleasure. Thank you, love it, guys. Elizabeth, my ideal week is to get work done later this week. That's perfect. Rita, another great planning session. See you at Jenna's hat shop. Definitely, I can't wait to see what happens with the hats today. Okay, guys, I will see you at 5 p.m. Eastern for the writing sprints. And I will see you on Jenna's in a few minutes. She starts in 4 minutes, so let's wrap up. Okay, guys, thank you for joining me. I will see you next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern for our next planning session. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you guys throughout the rest of the day on the writing sprints. Okay, guys, thank you for joining me. Bye.